Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and today I'm going to share how you can easily stack foundations so that you can finally build a massive foundation fortress if you want to. Quick little disclaimer for you, terrain is definitely going to matter. If you want to build a super tall stacked foundation fortress, you're going to want to be on a steep hill. It is definitely going to matter, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I just kind of threw it together to illustrate what you could build. I also threw in a fail that is really, really easy to accidentally do. Now, if you notice, it's not lined up perfectly right here. And of course, a foundation won't snap to the top of a foundation, unfortunately. But as we went further back, it looked like it was good, but it wasn't. And when we get into the tutorial part, I will explain how to avoid that as best as possible, because it's going to be noticeable on one side, it's going to be noticeable on the opposite side, and for some builders that is just really going to bug you. But let's get to the actual building part of this. Now you're going to want to build on the edge of a hill. Now whatever part of the foundation you want to be the highest, go ahead and get you a foundation there, because we're kind of working backwards. We're going to build from the top down. So once you've got your foundation in, go several out until there's a big enough gap that you can go ahead and pick up the last foundation, and you're going to slowly look down at the ground till you can get it to go ahead and turn green. Do not turn your head to the left or the right, because that is what's going to cause the issue that I showed earlier. So just slowly bring it down and just trial and error, a little bit of patience, try to get it lined up as best as possible, or at least as good as you want it. Then go over, check it out. If it's not perfect, like that would annoy me. I know it's only off slightly, but that would drive me insane. So I go back over, pick it up, just move it over a little. Now that's close enough that I can live with it. Now, we are at a super simple part of this. Just grab your next foundation, and it'll snap right above it. It should also snap off of the one on the bottom. Now, I will say that I ran into an issue doing this somewhere else, where for whatever reason, I couldn't snap the bottom foundation if the top one was already there. So I kept having to put in a bottom, and then I put the one above it, and then one above that. But if you're patient and you're willing to work with this, it's a fairly simple build technique. It really is going to require some patience and, I guess patience maybe not so much, depending on how much you're really wanting that thing lined up. But again, super simple idea, but you're definitely going to want to be on a hill to make the most of it. I know, not the most amazing little build technique, but I'm sure someone's going to enjoy it. I hope you've liked this. Please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.